Hey guys, welcome to Chapter 1, Section 2, the formation of government. I hope that you turned your Thomas Hobbes Q&A in. If you have any questions, please just continue to hit me up and message me on Schoology or shoot me an email and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Sorry about the links not working for the first day, but I think there should be working. I figured it out now. So moving forward here, talking about Section 2, just real quick review. Make sure you know Hobbes and Locke. They're going to be on your test. Make sure you know the social contract theory, how they're different when it comes to that. Make sure you know the four theories and the origins of the state: social contract, divine right, force, evolutionary. Make sure you know the features of a state, what makes up a state: population, territory, sovereignty, government, and the definition of a state and nation. Those will all be on your first exam, so make sure you know those. Like I said, moving back to Section 2. Two different types of governmental systems we're going to take a look at today include unitary system. This gives all key powers to the national or central government. So a lot of countries in Europe have unitary systems where they don't have any, they're just a single unitary country. They don't have any states within them. When we talk about a federal system, we're talking about dividing the power between the national, state, or provincial government. So you can look up here and see some examples of some countries that are unitary and some examples that have federal systems, and different things along those lines. So that's the difference between a unitary and a federal system. So a federal system has many levels of government, national, state, or provinces, and the unitary system just has one federal government. What are the major advantages of federal system of government? We have a concentration against security against the concentration of power, and we also have many levels of participation when it comes to government. I mean, I talked a little bit in the last section about how schools are governments within themselves, but we have state governments, we have the federal government, so we have many levels of government, we have many people participating in it, and a lot of checks and balances when it comes to federalism. Each government if it's going to be known as a constitutional government, it has to have what we call a constitution. And a constitution is a plan that provides the rules of the government. It's like a script that we have to follow. Whether written or unwritten, a constitution organizes the structure of government and the way it operates. So if you read the United States Constitution, it will tell you exactly the rules and laws. Nothing is more powerful than the Constitution. In the state of Pennsylvania, nothing's more powerful than the PA state constitution, and for the United States of America, nothing is more powerful than the United States Constitution. Not the Pennsylvania state, not the Oregon state, not the Florida state constitution. Nothing is more powerful. It's the supreme law of the land for the United States of America, the United States Constitution. It sets our goals and purpose as government, as well as some of our ideas and what we believe in that is shared by the people. We're going to discuss some of those ideals later on in this class. A constitutional government is just like what I stated in the last slide. A government in which a constitution has authority to place clearly recognized limits on the powers of those who govern over it. All right? So we do this to check and balance the power of our leaders, okay, in our government. They have to follow nothing, like I said, the president's not more powerful than the Constitution. The governor isn't. The Supreme Court isn't. All right? And Congress isn't. The Constitution is the supreme law of the land. We have a preamble. It sets forth the goals and purposes to be served by the government. And we have constitutional law. It defines the extent and the limits of government power and the rights of citizens. We saw some stuff with constitutional law and President Donald Trump's presidency here, okay? And a fight between the Republicans and Democrats on that, all right? So we saw some court orders going all the way back to Kavanaugh in the Supreme Court. So we've seen the constitutional law thing come into play quite a bit in President Trump's presidency. Politics and government. Politics, and the definition, the effort to control or influence the policies and actions of government. So, how do we get laws passed? What do we want? So make sure that you understand this, what politics is. Individuals and groups use politics to seek benefits from government. All right, so where do you want the money to go is where it really comes down to. So, and diverting the funds in the House, and where's it going to go in the House Ways and Means Committee? Diverting the funds, where's that money going to go? Where are the policies going to go to? A fight for that money is constant, okay, and usually has to deal with politics. We have special interest groups that influence congressional members to try to get them to put the money to benefit them. And politics also provides benefits for all the people. We have Medicare, we have Medicaid, we have Social Security system, all right, put in place in 1933 when the New Deal came around. So we have all these different things that our government has for people and different things. And where that money is going to go is all going to be determined by congressional members. Money always derives in the House, okay? It comes from the House of Reps when it comes to money. Governing in the 20th century, we have this thing called globalization in the world now, and many countries are on the path to trying to get industrialized. So we have different kinds of nations. We have industrialized nations, which are large industries and advanced technologies that provide a more comfortable way of life than developing nations do. Some examples of industrialized nations is the United States, Japan, Canada, Australia, and France, United Kingdom, okay, to name a few. And then the majority of the world, and people don't understand this, are developing nations, only beginning to develop industrially. And then the other part are the lesser developing nations. You can see here just a map of the world, and you can see the developed nations are few and far in between. We are very fortunate to be one. We see Australia, we see most of Europe, okay? But many countries are newly industrialized nations or not at all, and have unitary systems of government with dictators and different things along those lines. So what I want to do here for the next 2 to 3 days, and I'll kind of give you a timeline on this, is you guys are going to create a country activity. And you're going to pick 3 different countries. And this is going to be worth 30 points. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull that sheet up for you guys here, if I can get to it. And you have it right here in your government. I'm sorry, let's see here. No, that's not what I want. Bear with me here, I'm trying to find it. Okay. All right. Oh, no, not that. This one. Okay, so under day 3, you'll see your foreign countries poster activity assignment and directions. Agenda. Number 1, choose 3 countries besides the United States. You can choose any 3 countries in the world. I don't care if you look it up. You can pick a country in Africa. You can pick Australia and Asia, whatever you want to do. You must create 3 different posters on 3 separate sheets of paper. This is worth 30 points, 10 points a poster. So follow right along with this template, and you should be good for each country that you create. The first one, number 1, you're going to do governmental systems. Explain how each country's governmental system works. This includes an explanation of the judicial branch, how the judicial branch works. It can be 1 to 2 sentences per branch, the executive branch and the legislative branch for each country. So you can just list them and bullet point them. I'll try to post an example of what it looks like, what 1 country or 2 countries may look like, okay, to you guys. You can do it typed. You can do it on Notability. Number 2, leaders. Find out who their significant leaders are and name 2 of their main policies and explain them. So what are some of the policies that they strive for? So for example, if I was doing President Trump, what would be a policy that President Trump is trying to pass that he really strives for? Well, okay, creating tighter border system, building the wall was a policy that he tried to really push for. Funding the police, all right, are different things that he really is trying to push for at this point in time. So those could be 2 examples and explain why they're trying to do that. So can't be the United States, like I said, but it has to be somewhere else. Number 3, a picture. You can download a picture, copy and paste a picture of that country's flag and the title right next to it, okay? So you'll have the title at the top, a small picture in the top right corner or anywhere on the sheet, and then you'll have your 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 4, culture. Explain a different attribute of each country's culture and how it is different compared to the United States. So, for example, culture could be their religion, the population, how many people are in poverty, what are some of the customs and beliefs they have in that system, If you're doing a Latin American country, the Day of the Dead you could put on there to kind of explain what it is, and different things and cultures and holidays may be different in the United States of America. So that explains culture. You can do a variety of different things. I really enjoy reading those. And then 5, this is a fun one. Food. List the main types of food each country is known for and kind of explain what they are, and you'll find some real interesting things when it comes to that one. So it's going to be 10 points a poster. All right. Literally, you will get 2 points per section. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 equals 10 points total for literally each thing. So literally copying and pasting a picture and putting a title on it is going to be that. You're not going to have to color it, but you will be required to turn it in on Schoology, okay? Everything must be included in the poster for the directions on each of the posters from the directions for full points. Anything after that will be a deduction of 1 or 2 points, depending on what it is. You won't have to staple it. Have them all in one notability kind of thing. All 3 of them on the same thing. I'm going to give you 2 days to complete this. So this will literally, or I'll probably give you more than that. So this will be due on Monday. I'll make it due on Monday. You'll turn it in on Monday for points. You'll have this to do for Wednesday and Thursday's class is to complete the foreign countries poster activity, and that's it. You won't have anything on Thursday except working on your poster activity. If you have any questions for me about this assignment and Chapter 1, Section 2, please message me through Schoology or hit me up through my email. So far, so good. Thanks for listening today, and have a good day, everybody.